Thanks for tuning in today. My name is Dean Pratt. Guest on the show, many of you know as Metaphiles, the only podcast that talks to you. And we mean that with every depth of sincere emotion from the bottom of our hearts. Cheers to them. All of that. Jason Michael Ford, Zach William Caffrey, and I'm your host. And I'm the guest today, Dean Pratt.
I don't think I like the name Dean Pratt.
Neither do I. I didn't want to say it. I was so hesitant to say my own name.
Let's change it.
These are such good names.
I mean, we already have it in all the promotional material, but we can just... What do you think? Like...
John Wilkes Booth?
I was feeling like Chester.
No.
Oh, because Chester was that guy.
I'd rather be...
Killed that president that one time, I think.
I mean, just Chester's... It's a name for a Cheshire cat. It's not always a human name. And I don't want to offend the animals or the cat guys.
We do have a lot of cat listeners.
I mean, as you should. I think a more appropriate name for me would be like... Fuck Up, is that?
Fuck Up Binghamton.
I want to edit that. I really don't want to say fuck a lot, you know?
I wake up and say fuck.
Yeah.
Well, I mean...
Normally the intro is, welcome to fucking Metaphiles, the fucking podcast that fucking talks to you, you fucks. I'm Zach fucking Caffrey and fucking Jay Ford fucking fuck.
People love it.
But not once did he swear.
It.
And I... No, I get it. It's just, you know, some part of you might go, hey, I might tell my mom to watch that. And then your mom watches it.
Oh.
Yeah,
and says, never kiss me again with that mouth. And then what? You know?
Is your mom mad at me right now for the way I've been behaving?
Oh, she hates you guys. She actually, when I told her you guys asked me to be on the show, she said, I will disown you if you go through with it. And then I called her later. She said she wanted to disown me after a certain sum of money. But other than that, I mean, I love you guys. I really do.
Well, listen, whatever you paid her, I'll pay double. For her to like hearing you say the word fuck.
Moms, I just don't believe you. Moms love me. I'm like, what's that brand? Moms Love? Kellogg's or some shit? I'm like that. Moms love me.
Is Kellogg's the brand Moms Love?
I don't know. There's one out there with the tagline.
Kellogg's, the brand Moms Love.
Maybe it's Ziploc.
Yeah.
Well, okay, how about your name is just Nicolas Cage?
Well, Ryan Reynolds Jr.
R-R-J-R.
You can call me Dr. Pratastrophe. Hey, thanks for listening to Metaphiles.
Yeah, it's been a great week.
See you next week.
This is the podcast that talks to you. I'm the guest today, Dr. Pratastrophe, with Zach William Caffrey and Jason Michael Ford.
I'm like feeling not crazy about Zach Caffrey after all this. Can I be...
I said Zach Caffrey, like calf. Like the golden Caffrey. Like Zach the golden Caffrey.
How about just we trim the fat? How about my name is just Golden from now on?
You want to circumcise the fat? Golden calf style? Keep it old T?
Yeah.
Golden.
Yeah. From now on, I'm Golden.
That's cool.
Just Golden?
Yep.
Well, my name is just fine. Fuck anybody who don't think so.
Nice to meet you. Just fine fucking somebody, whatever you said.
Don't think so? I don't think I got the pronunciation right.
Use my initials.
The J is silent.
Why don't we talk about the pig's name?
Why don't we?
Benicio del Carnitas. It's a pig. He's been in there for a bit.
Yeah, so long. He's getting a bit wrinkly.
Yeah.
He's in like a Zen state. He's so content. He doesn't move.
He's figuring out him.
And speaking of Zen states, you know something that really puts me in a Zen state, fellas?
What's that?
Doctor and Just Fine is watching some of the films of American actor Nicolas Cage. And I thought, what the heck, why don't we talk about that for the whole hour? How does that sound?
Who?
It's almost not enough. Who?
Who is that?
Who?
Well,
I could sure tell you.
You said an actor?
Mm-hmm.
Is he famous?
He's had his moments.
I mean, does he have roles where he's like trying to steal things from the American government, or
Sometimes.
who is he though for real?
Yeah. Who is he behind the cage? You know that famous phrase?
Oh, he's a cage fighter.
what's
Well,
Sounds fitting.
he did train with one once.
Spider-Man? He
No.
fought in a cage.
Yeah.
in the first movie?
It was badass.
Jay, you know that?
Yeah, wow.
It was a different time.
The mold cracks. Oh, you were at a low point.
It was the
It was a low fucking point in my life. That's right.
deepest
Spider-Man
depression.
1.
Yeah, it was called 2001.
Woo!
Should have been a low point for anybody.
2001.
9/11.
Well, I can tell you one thing. It wasn't a low point for American actor Nicolas Cage.
I wasn't born then.
Well, you missed out on some great roles. But yeah, we're going to talk Nicolas Cage, kinda.
Hey,
I like cornbread.
Yeah, let's get into it.
this
Cornbread.
just in. New episode topic: cornbread.
Yep.
You said I missed a lot of great
Okay,
roles.
let me flip to my cornbread page. I have done the research for every topic
I'm doing
that ever
research on
could
that,
happen.
Oh, you got a cornbread page.
I've been
course
doing
I
that
do.
research my whole life.
It's just a piece of cornbread smashed between the pages.
It's more about if I get hungry during the show. But
Cornbread.
I thought maybe a good way to start our Nicolas Cage segment would be with a game.
Let's do it.
And this is going to be a game that is unlike any other game that has ever been played on Metaphiles to this point. Because in this game, Jay and I will compete against each other.
Ooh.
Yes.
Well, if you feel like losing, that's fine with me.
I asked the esteemed Dr.
Pratastrophe.
Pratastrophe.
Don't act like you don't know it.
I just get so nervous around you.
That's fine.
I mean, a doctor?
I'm friends with another doctor you may have heard of, Mario. Pretty popular.
You know, I feel like he never gets enough credit. The fact that in between all these times saving people from Bowser and stuff, he went to medical school on a plumber's salary.
RXs, signing stuff, healing people,
Yeah.
killing reptilians.
That's like 8 years at least of school, and that's not even including internships.
Mm-hmm.
And all the while, he still is saving us from all of those Koopas.
Mind blown.
Well, it's like a Reptar from the Rugrats. He was always jealous of his older brother, Doctor.
I think you're thinking of Mortal Kombat.
Oh, Reptile.
That would be,
He'd spit.
Rugrats Mortal Kombat edition.
Whoa.
but still hyper violent, where like Chucky punches Tommy and chunks of meat.
We got
and
enough bad
blood.
things happening
Chucky
right now.
Chunks.
We don't
Chucky
need-
Chunks.
Oh, gosh.
So
What do you got?
I asked the esteemed doctor. I already forgot it again.
What's the deal? Pratastrophe.
Of course.
Bow when you say it.
Neil.
I asked you ahead of time, would you be willing to read several quotes by American actor Nicolas Cage, which I copied and pasted a list of, did not look at them, just copied and pasted it with
Oh.
my eye averted,
A little hard to believe.
printed them out. You agreed to perform them as American actor Nicolas Cage, and Jay and I we're going to compete to see who knows which movies they're from. Which I think the way to do it is that we just will have to buzz in, and we'll just buzz in by saying our own names.
Okay.
Which for the purposes of this game, I will revert to being Zach.
I'll be Jay.
Yeah.
No, you do not spend so much time establishing names. You're gonna call me Golden. You're gonna call me just fine, or
Okay.
let my ego
You're
run
right.
for a second.
You're right.
And I think that you got to roll with it, guys. If you're gonna put that much energy into something, it's a life
know what?
lesson here.
You are absolutely right,
People
Doctor.
also call me Daddy Doctor Pratastrophe, and
Oh,
I
so-
think
and I would like to say
All right.
thank you, Daddy.
Doctor.
Thank you,
Doctor.
Daddy Doctor, for really scolding us when we needed to be scolding and making us into better people. Because you're right.
Somebody needs to do it.
We are really slapping the audience in the face as they are already thinking of us now as golden and just
I'm
fine.
gonna shut you the hell up and beat you back into health, and that's what I'm here for.
And
Prognosis: 30 belt lashes. Okay, well, I'm just fine
so,
then.
and I'm golden.
All right. Okay.
And
I knew we're like being literal, like, well, I'm just fine then. And you're like, I'm
works both
golden,
ways.
and the whole time I'm like, are these guys just constantly stating they feel good? Is that okay? Cool. And I'm
I'm Jack.
depressed.
I'm just
Hey,
fine.
everyone.
we got some low self-esteem.
We just do a checkup
Coming into
throughout
this
the
one. Yeah,
episodes.
I'm golden.
I'm just fine.
Just fine and golden are the buzzer
Yes.
noises, and we will see who can accumulate the most points. What if we play to 10 points?
Well, we better get rocking here.
Sure.
Or as I think they should be referred to in this instant, cage bucks.
Okay. Cage bucks.
Cage bugs.
Yeah. And
I like it.
do we need to establish
Like-
the stakes? Something Nicolas Cage related would be ideal.
Loser has to talk like Nick Cage for a day or something like that.
Well,
or-
but is that a bad thing?
no, I've got it. Loser has to on air call their mom and tell them they love them with a Nicolas Cage.
I'm fine with
I'm
that.
I'm gonna try to lose then.
I mean,
that shit.
Call a family member.
I've never told my mom that I love her before, and it would be a good way to ease into it to do it as Nicolas Cage first and
Are you
see how
being
it
serious?
feels. Am I being serious?
I believe it.
That I've never told my mom I love her before?
Yeah,
Am I being serious?
I don't know.
Dean, am I being serious?
No.
Oh, good. I'd be a really bad guy if that were true. Thank you for letting me know I wasn't serious.
And here I go.
You had me really
letting
worried.
out my real opinions of people with my own damn mouth.
All right, Doctor. Let us begin, and I will keep a tally of the score.
You said it so deadpan. All right.
Well, I'm an American actor, just like American actor Nicolas Cage.
Golden. You're golden, bud.
Okay, hold on. Let me.
Hey, don't worry. You'll be just fine.
All right, and now, as Nicolas Cage from several of his iconic roles, Dr. Dean Pratastrophe.
Dr. Daddy.
Daddy Doctor Dean Pratastrophe.
Thank you. I was just checking. See if you know. Ready?
Ready?
Let's do it.
And all I have to do is just say who buzzed in first, right?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, boss, but there's only two men I trust. One of them's me, the other's not you.
I got nothing.
I got nothing either.
Okay. That's funny. My name's Roger. Two Rogers don't make a right.
Great line. No clue. This game's very hard.
I don't know either.
He probably said it like, that's funny. My name's Roger. Two Rogers don't make a right. With the key being in the word making a right.
Oh, it's from The Right Stuff.
Okay. I didn't hear a buzzer.
Oh, Golden.
Yep. We have a buzzer. Golden. Yeah.
The right stuff.
Dead wrong.
I
Jason.
got nothing. Next one.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
All right.
Man, bad start.
Yeah. These are the list said most iconic quotes so far.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna jump around. I'm gonna do this one.
Sure.
So this is what's here. Man, trailer trash. Cage. Hey, my mama lives in a trailer.
Ooh. Golden.
Jay.
Oh God. Default to J.
Well, his name is just fine.
Oh, that's
But
right.
that's the technicality. So golden.
Yeah.
That's from Con Air.
It was. So was the first one I started.
Is that what
with.
you were gonna say too?
Yeah.
The first one of them's me, the other's not you. Connor.
Okay.
John Connor. Try this one. I've never heard of this movie. Coffee and a muffin. Okay, so I need to establish the themes. Maybe a banana nut. That's a good muffin.
I don't know, but I love Nicolas Cage. Spoiler for segment 3.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
All right. I can't wait to do this one. All right. I did a Bear 360 triple backflip in front of 22,000 people.
Golden.
It's kind of funny. It's on YouTube. Check it out. But when my dad got sick, I did something way crazier than that.
I did something way crazier. I got my head replaced with the head of a flaming skull because I'm fucking Ghost Rider.
Ding, ding, ding.
Of course, the comic book one goes to Zach.
Well,
Or I'm sorry, Golden.
try learning your own name first,
Yeah, I know.
dumbass. All right.
I'd be in much better shape.
No, you're doing great. We all support and encourage you.
Don't patronize.
I moved your helmet over there. I'm gonna do this one real quick.
Oh.
Put the
is that on
bunny
purpose?
back in the box.
Oh.
Just fun.
Okay, here we go.
Connor.
Yeah,
I forgot my
there we
name.
go. Give him a
Yeah,
point.
right? It's kind of tough, huh?
Give him a point, Golden.
All right.
Alright. Tell me this quote. Yes. Alright. I don't know this movie, but love the quote. Well, I'm one of these fortunate people who like my job, sir. Got my first chemistry set when I was 7, blew my eyes
Golden.
off. We never saw the cat again, been into it ever since. Golden.
That is from The Rock.
Yep.
Yeah. I remember that he is a scientist in that movie. A scientist who loves to yell.
Yeah, right.
That movie is shitty.
It's so terrible, man.
What the?
Yeah.
It's so
It
terrible.
sucks.
Alright, this one's going to be probably Nicolas Cage fan club like aficionado. This is a movie I've never heard of.
Okay.
This line,
He's done a lot of movies.
Yeah.
shoot him again. His soul's still dancing.
Oh, Golden.
Golden,
Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call,
shoot
New
him again.
Orleans.
His soul is still dancing. Yes.
Directed by Werner.
Werner Herzog.
And, little factoid about that, Nicolas Cage was only willing to do that movie if Werner Herzog directed it, and Werner Herzog was only willing to direct it if Nicolas Cage starred in it.
Wow.
And they had never met each other.
That's dope.
Yeah. So see, we're learning about Nicolas Cage while we're having fun.
We're learning about Nick Cage while we're having fun.
At the same time!
All right, what you got?
Bangers and mash, bubbles and squeak, smoked eel pie, haggis.
Oh, man.
Golden.
Golden.
This is a guess. Is that from The Sorcerer's Apprentice?
No.
His foray into the world of Disney films?
Whoa.
It's a good try. Good guess.
Seemed like a thing a sorcerer would eat.
Right. But no, they're not wizards, Harry. All right, let me find some. All right.
What do you got?
Release the baby.
Just fine. Raising Arizona.
Nope.
Ah,
Good guess, though.
thought it'd be much better at this game.
Yeah, these are
All right, here we go. Here's another easy one.
not the ones I would
I blame
calling iconic.
Daddy Doctor Pratastrophe personally. I blame.
He's right.
Am I not doing it right?
He's
Am I butchering these?
No, you're good. Go ahead.
He
No.
may have my soul, but he doesn't have my spirit.
Golden.
Just fine.
Golden? Nope. Golden. Yeah, he said it first.
Is that from Drive Angry?
Nope.
Fuck.
Just fine.
Face Off.
Nope.
Oh. It wasn't Soul Off.
Here we go.
I want his soul off.
I mean it, honey. The world is being FedEx to hell in a handcart.
Golden.
Golden?
That's from Drive Angry.
Nope.
Okay.
Let me go with 2012. No, wait. Knowing.
I'm not even.
Those two mixed
You
up.
never buzzed in.
Yeah. Fuck it.
And it wasn't right.
Yeah, I know.
This movie has already been suggested as an answer. That's why I'm doing it, hoping that we'll return to them. Here we go. Well, sound like Jeff Goldblum.
That's the next episode.
Well, today's your lucky day, because I brought an eagle.
Ah.
Ooh.
Magic's involved in this one.
Well, too late.
Yeah. I'm a vampire.
Just fine.
I'm a vampire. I'm a vampire. Yeah, just fine.
What is vampire?
You were the most dialed into that. Wait, Jay, that's not the title.
Vampire's Kiss.
Yes.
Okay.
That was your best performance so far.
Thanks.
That's
Do you hear that, Nick?
That's an Oscar.
Mm-hmm.
That's an
I'm
Oscar
coming
right
for
there.
you. Pretty soon they're going to call me.
Anyone who has never seen it, I would encourage to look up the clip on YouTube where Nicolas Cage does the ABCs, which is from that film. It is astounding.
I could eat a peach for hours.
Ooh, Golden.
Golden?
That is from Face Off.
Yeah.
And he's not talking about a peach.
Peach Wheels?
I don't know. That's what he
Yes.
said. Dr. Walsh! I wish I would... Fuck.
Cut!
Edit that. Dr. Walsh, I was enjoying some of your groovy painkillers.
You're really dialing into it now. I do not know what that's from.
That's one of his most popular movies.
I mean, you're going to have to narrow it
like-
down.
Just fine.
Just fine?
Do Face Off.
Yep.
Oh.
Feeling good now.
Do it keeping score?
Oh.
Yeah. Write that down.
Now you're golden.
Actually, no, I was not. I was still missing one.
If there's
I'll work it
something
out.
wrong, those who have the ability to take action have the responsibility to take action.
Just fine.
Just fine?
The Rock.
What? No.
Damn.
National Treasure 2 Book of Secrets.
Oh, we're going into the sequels too?
There's-
I can't. Oh, yeah.
Well, I
what?
mean, if that's where the iconic lines are from.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because I was made for this sewer baby, and I am the king.
Awesome.
That's
I do not know. Where is he? When is he in the sewer? Golden. No, never mind. I take it back. Unbuzz.
Okay.
Little.
Unbuzz. No, I got nothing.
That one was from
Damn.
Snake Eyes.
That's what I was gonna say. Oh.
Oh, already did this.
That's a movie where he plays a snake that's really good at casinos. So I should have remembered that he would have liked the sewer.
You just put it in the right file according to alphabetical
Golden.
order. Okay.
No, please continue. This is the aforementioned clip. This is from Vampire's Kiss.
Yes, you're right. According to
please.
alphabetical order. You know,
I'm just gonna-
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
That was pretty spot on.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you see, it takes a true Nicolas Cage to make it all the way to Z. But you
That's where the quote ends. I'm going to stick to my lines.
It's the mark of a good actor.
Yeah.
All right, what do you got? Wait, what's the score at?
No, it's not.
No, wait, what?
the score currently stands
Hmm.
just fine with 3 points. Golden with
No shit.
6 points.
Yikes. Okay. All right. Hit me.
I saw you and you saw me. Don't pretend like you don't know who I am. Girly man. That line just didn't make sense to me.
I don't know what that's from.
Me neither.
Snake Eyes.
Okay. Saw it once when I was about 12 years old.
I ain't never seen it.
Did I ever tell you that? This here jacket represents
Golden.
symbol of my individuality and my belief in personal freedom.
We buzzed in at the same time, and I know this is the quote we were both most excited about. Let's both take a point.
Okay.
Because that's from motherfucking Wild at Heart.
All right.
Yep.
Happy to draw on that one.
We're seeing a lot of changes around here. Papa's got a brand new bag.
Just fine.
Ooh.
Just fine?
Face off.
Yep.
Oh.
I don't think that's how he'd say it either. How would he say that? I don't know.
Closing the gap.
Jason, can you do it? You'll be seeing a lot of changes around here. Papa's got a brand new bag.
You'll be seeing a lot of changes around here. Pop's got a brand new bag.
That's it. That's it. That's so good. I love pressure. I love pressure. I eat it for breakfast.
Just fine.
Just fine?
The Rock.
Yep.
All right.
Coming for you.
You are. I'm getting nervous.
You should.
I want to take his face off.
It's golden.
Eyes, nose,
I'm too
skin,
busy laughing.
teeth. It's coming off.
I don't think we can use it.
Yeah, it's right there in the first
Yeah,
4
it's-
words.
That would be like if he said, I need to find a national
but
treasure
do you-
too, Book of Secrets.
Do you guys know it? Do you know the
Yeah,
movie?
of course
What it
I
is?
know it.
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider 2, Spirit of Vengeance.
I'll be taking these Huggies and whatever cash you got.
Golden.
Colton.
That's from Raising Arizona.
Yes, sir.
Peach eye.
I'll be taking these Huggies and whatever cash you got in the register.
Boy, you got a pantyhose on your head.
So many social engagements, so little time.
People don't throw things at me anymore. Maybe because I carry a bow around.
Oh, Golden.
Golden.
That is from The Weatherman.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah.
I've
That's
never
the
seen
only notable thing about that movie is that he carries a bow around for about 2 minutes in it. It's one of these movies where it's like your average Joe can't take it anymore, but this time your average Joe is a weatherman and he's tired of everybody being like, it didn't rain yesterday, you fuck. So he shoots a bow into like some guy's car window or something.
Riveting.
Yeah.
Riveting.
Yeah. And that takes you about 70 minutes to get to. And then there's about 5 minutes left.
Because obviously you have a tendency to overreact.
Just fine.
Just fine.
Gone in 60 seconds?
No. Well, baby-o, it's not exactly Mai Tais and Yahtzee out here, but let's
Just
do
fine.
it.
The
Just
Rock.
fine. No.
Damn.
No. Jason, I'm rooting for you. Zach only needs one more, just so you know.
That's true.
Zach,
I don't know.
and you both lose a point. You're golden. You're just fine.
That's some real dungeon mastering there.
Look, I'm just a biochemist. Most of the time I work in a little glass
Just
jar and lead a very uneventful life.
The Rock.
Yes.
4th time's the charm.
Ooh. Just gotta play those odds, baby.
Half the time I'm busy remembering to say golden instead of Zach, and so the quote like hits me too slow.
Interesting twist on the game.
Yeah.
I like it.
This one's gonna be an easy one. I just stole 50 cars in one night. I'm a little
Just
tired,
fine.
a little wired, and I think I deserve some appreciation.
Gone in 60 seconds.
Alright. Almost a target.
That was a good reading, too. That was pretty fucking spot on.
I just remembered I have to go into town to pick up your anti-itch cream.
Golden.
Oh?
Is that from The Family Man?
No, it's not.
Shit.
I have no idea.
Sorcerer's Apprentice.
He can't just do a spell?
Right. Apparently not.
All right, there we go. Here's a movie we haven't done. Some things are true, whether you believe in them or not.
Oh.
Just fine. I'm gonna go with knowing.
Good guess.
City of Angels.
Oh, I've not seen it.
Um,
Are angels the thing that's true, whether you believe in them or not?
Sounds like it.
yeah.
Okay.
Like there's cities of them. It's in the movie title.
It's true.
I'm a doctor. Why are we going over this?
I'm a doctor.
The snowflakes are perfect. The stars are perfect.
Just fine.
Not us, not us. We are here to ruin ourselves, to break our hearts, and to love the wrong people and die.
Wow, great reading. You seem
Solid.
confident.
Moonstruck.
Yeah. Holy Cannoli.
We have
A holy cannoli.
We have tied it up at 9 points.
What's that like?
Golden.
What's it taste like? Describe it like Hemingway. Golden?
The Rock.
Nope. I like how you play the odds.
Just fine.
Just fine.
I'm gonna go with 60 seconds. Gone 60 seconds again.
City of Angels.
City of 60-second angels.
2, Spirit of Treasure National Book of Secrets.
I told you I'd share my ticket. I never planned on sharing my heart. Maybe I could get lucky twice today.
Golden.
Golden?
Peggy Sue got married.
No.
Fuck.
I don't know.
Oh, it's so fun to compete
It could happen
against
to
you, Jay. It's really adding a lot of
Most people don't
adrenaline.
have so much fun.
All right, another one. Here we go.
I must say.
If the rocket renders an aerosol, it could
Just
take out
fine.
an entire city of people.
The Rock.
The Rock.
Jay, you have won!
Played the odds and won it.
A real come from behind victory.
That's right.
I must now tell my mother I love
Suck on
you.
it, man.
I love you. Mom, I love you.
Quick, and that's it. You have to hang up.
Great job with
Yes,
the narration.
truly.
That was beautiful.
A round of applause to the distinguished Dr. Pratastrophe. There we go. That's a bunch of Nicolas Cage movies and some of what we think of some of them.
Good intro.
Yeah, just kind of reminding folks at home the scope of his career.
I've seen one of those movies.
Indies,
Drug
blockbusters,
two.
action, comedy, romance, weatherman,
Bankruptcy.
Bankruptcy.
Oh, we're going to get into that.
But that's because he needed to invest the profits into the profits.
Yeah.
And pretty soon you'll end up with more profits, at least double the profits, especially if you put the full profit back into the profit.
And then you're looking at returns and you invest into those.
Yeah, and you definitely want to buy low.
Sell high.
Yes, that's the other one.
Buy low, profit, sell high.
We don't mean weed. We don't mean drugs.
No, don't buy stocks while high unless you are good at doing that.
Well, like I said, then sell them no matter what, high or high.
Yeah, unless you're Nicolas Cage, don't try it.
Well, I'm just going to get to it because we're there. The reason that Nicolas Cage went so into debt was because of the real estate bubble burst on him, and he owned a lot of real estate. So he kind of got fucked just the way every other normal person got fucked. But because he's Nicolas Cage, everybody wanted to make it a big thing.
Right.
And granted, his real estate was like a castle somewhere and a haunted house in New Orleans, and more interesting real estate than Joe Schmo is going to own.
I think I have more in
But-
common with him than you think.
I think so.
Honestly,
I
by
too
the
own
sound
a
of it,
castle
I
and a
would think
haunted
so.
house.
Yeah. Well, your house wasn't haunted until you bought it and started living there.
No, a murder happened in my house.
Yeah,
It's
actually,
definitely
it's
haunted.
That's what I'm saying. Since you started living there.
Not.
Oh, should we not talk about that?
Would I be a doctor, Zach, if that was true? Would I be a daddy, if that was true?
Would
Would I be a daddy doctor?
Kevorkian much?
I know Pratastrophe sounds like catastrophe. Sounds like a bad thing.
It's Italian. It's
Italiano.
No
It
relation.
means good luck to you.
Nicolas Cage also of an Italian heritage. We're gonna get to all of it.
Hard to walk with broken knees, as they say.
But before we do,
I don't know what that
we have had a lovely segment one here. Played a game. Jay and I got to play against each other for the first time ever. It was exciting.
I proved the better man.
Golden
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just fine.
Yeah, your superiority over me is now unquestionable.
Only when I'm just fine. No, not when I'm Jay.
And that's, you're right. Forgive me.
Are you golden?
I'm golden,
Okay.
but I'm not.
Yeah, I'm just fine.
I'm not doing so hot right now. I mean, I am golden, but I'm not doing so hot.
That's weird.
But
I know her. She's great. With
I don't-
names like these.
I,
Yeah.
Time
Is my friend so hot?
for Leia Players.
it is time for Leia Playas.
Okay.
Just fine. Won the game, and so now we enter the podcast within the podcast. Leia
Can you
Playas.
keep that going a little bit longer?
It's I mean,
Welcome to Leia Plays. I think a better podcast that somebody should do is the guest of the podcast gets put in a cage. They just sign an agreement. It's mic'd up, right? So it's still like a podcast interview, but the guest is locked into a cage and the hosts can do whatever they want.
Yeah, your grass is gas.
what?
Yeah, that's what they say.
Your ass is grass.
Oh. Huh. Are they like a plant being?
Some sort of swamp thing.
That's a serious medical condition.
Well,
I know why they put you in a cage.
Point is, you can do whatever you want to the celebrity
Nick
while they're in the
Cage.
cage.
You can do whatever you want to them?
Well, I mean, they sign up and you're like, I don't know, maybe you could...
So let's say that
maybe...
let's say that
well, you could dump them. The cage could be a shark cage. You could dump them with sharks.
Let's
it
say
needs
that
to be a Nick Cage trick cage.
let's say that Nick Cage trick cage. That's great. Let's say that Barry Pepper wants to be a guest on
Okay.
What is it called?
I don't know about a name yet.
Just fine.
I mean, if we could get Nicolas Cage to host it, we
No.
could call it Nick Cage trick cage.
Yeah. Nicolas Cage hosts it. Nick Cage...
It's Nick
trick cage.
Yeah.
Nick Cage's
Cage trick cage.
tricks.
Cage.
Trick cage.
So Nick Cage trick cage.
Uh-huh.
This week's guest Barry Pepper.
Okay.
Okay,
Sheila Salt.
let's put him in the cage. And then he's in there. And then and this week we're throwing eggs at him.
Sure.
And he has to be cool with it.
Yeah. Maybe bring in one of his exes, and she can stay as long as she wants. Point is, they're in a cage. Do some fun shit
Trick
to fuck
cage.
with them. Maybe bring in a pack of wild dogs, bark at them and stuff.
You could cover it in oil and have a Nick Cage slick trick cage.
Ooh.
Ooh, for where Nick Cage does his slick tricks.
Uh-huh. And it'll take pictures, and they'll be slick trick pics.
So
It's
slick Nick Cage's slick trick
Pics.
pics.
Nick Cage's trick cage, slip cage tricks.
Website by
Slip
Wix.
tricks. Website by Wix.
He's sponsored by Wix, obviously.
Yeah. And of course by stamps.com. Do you hate going to the post office?
Why doesn't he be the spokesperson for Delta?
What would that sound like,
Like,
Dean? Doctor?
I only represent companies that can handle situations in the air and on the ground. And a company that cares about you and your family is the only company you can spell with a D-E-L-T-A. Delta.
For 15% off, just go to delta.com/Nick Cave's Tricks Pick Slick Kick Pick Trick.
Rules and pictures may not apply
Just
to
cut
this.
them off.
This is Daddy Doctor Pratastrophe signing off, saying
That was it.
we'll be right back.
Hey.
Here on WMETA.
On the cage all the time, no commercials.
The only station where it's 100% Cage all the time. This is Daddy Doctor Pratastrophe signing in, along with our host, Jason Michael Ford, who has just recently changed his name to Just Fine. What's the full name? Would you mind saying that for the listeners?
Just fine O'Flanagan.
Just Fine O'Flanagan. And Just Fine O'Flanagan. And our other co-host, the gorgeous Golden.
Thank you, Doctor. And mine is short for Golden Corral.
Golden Corral?
Corral.
Oh, yeah. A fine dining experience for any... Anyways, this is Metaphiles, the only podcast that talks to you. And we mean every word of it.
That's right. We have never said anything on this show that we did not mean.
You guys care if I leave?
You signed the contract.
I did sign the contract.
Yeah. I mean,
You know what happened.
you can sit quietly if you like.
I'm good.
Okay. And in segment 2, of course, we discuss Nicolas Cage and the world. / the history of Nicolas Cage. Which do we want to know? Just the beginnings?
Yeah. Let's hear that.
On January 7th, 1964, in Long Beach, California, August Coppola and Joy Vogel, a professor of literature and dancer and choreographer respectively, gave birth to Nicholas Kim Coppola, nephew of Francis Ford Coppola and Talia Shire, cousin of Roman and Sofia Coppola, brother of New York radio personality Mark the Cope Coppola.
Can you cope with the cope?
And director Christopher Coppola. Also, cousin of Jason Schwartzman. And also Robert Schwartzman. Who?
It's an excellent Schwartzman.
Nice fella, Robert. Good guy.
Great
I guess
Schwartzman.
So. He's not my Schwartzman. He changed his name from Coppola because he did not want to be accused of gaining traction as an actor through nepotism.
It's actually Coppola, but it's fine.
Ooh, well,
He's a Coppola.
he chose the stage name Cage after the composer John Cage and Marvel's Luke Cage.
Really? I was hoping he named it after Nick Cage's Slick Trick Cage's show. I love that show.
Well, that person's real name is actually Nick Trick, and he changed it to Cage in order to get nepotism.
Got it. Wow.
Yeah.
Luke Cage, though. That's
Luke
impressive.
Cage, yeah.
Huh. I actually like that Netflix series. I liked it a lot, and I'm sad that they didn't continue it.
Well,
Which series?
if
I wasn't
we
listening.
He doesn't he's not.
no, the thing is,
And I got it.
if we start talking about Marvel stuff on this show,
Oh, please, yeah.
Jay gets
don't.
really upset.
Yeah.
I will leave. Contract. I'll eat the contract.
I'm like actually not allowed to talk about it.
Well,
But I want
Zach?
to, but I'm not.
okay, listen.
I'm not supposed to.
No. Part of being a daddy and a doctor is seeing a toxic podcast relationship and knowing when to talk about things. Hey, you love this? Shut the hell up. You know, and that's what you're telling him right now. It's like, he's got to have a free space to express himself.
We fight a lot.
A lot. Does he hit you?
He hits me with great jokes a lot.
Sounds rough.
It's pretty brutal.
It splits my sides.
Have you told somebody about this?
I've told the listeners.
Okay.
I say, this very funny man, Jason Ford, and I mean it. When I say it, I mean it.
And they don't believe me.
That's good and all, but you should let him talk about Marvel once in a while.
He does just.
I do. I sneak it in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Whenever I do it, he freaks out like it's some huge fucking deal.
And it's like, hey, he's just
Jay
fine.
watched Spider-Man.
You're golden.
Hey guys, let's get back on topic. How about that?
Yeah. Let's talk about Nicolas Cage, star of Ghost Rider. Lifelong Superman fan, named his second child Kal-El.
What?
Yup.
Pretty bold choice.
Do you know? I'm sure there was a phone call made to the studio when they were making like the Superman movies from his agent. You know how heartbreaking it'd be to be like, he loves the role. He really wants to. He named his second kid after Superman.
Yeah.
And to get the no.
Yeah. And they and they said,
Somebody has to tell him no.
sorry, Nick, we're going with Brandon Ruth.
The point being, his love is still alive and well to be Superman. I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
But
You don't lose that.
in fairness, to set the record straight, you can't. You don't want to taint Ghost Rider. Debatably one of the MCU's greatest films. Dialogue. All right, fine. It's still about Nick Cage. We're on topic.
Yeah, we're on topic, Jay.
I was just saying the reason he never got asked for the gig is because they didn't want to ruin the Ghost Rider image and
They didn't want to sully that
Yeah.
critically and culturally acclaimed film,
What's your favorite Nicolas Cage movies, guys?
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
And the thing about Ghost Rider that's so cool is
Please.
No. That's a great question. I would.
The one where he takes his face off. Ghost Rider.
Yep. Yeah, he takes his
Ghost
face right
Rider.
off, and
He
there's a
does.
flaming
There's a
skull underneath
Freaking
it.
just
One
spirit of
surgery and one
vengeance.
flames.
I hope you get the penance stare one day, Jason.
The what?
No, Doctor, no.
Daddy Doctor.
Daddy Doctor, no.
Daddy Doctor. All right, moving on.
What is my favorite Nicolas Cage movie? It's hard not to say Wild at Heart.
I'd say Top Gun.
He was in a movie
Shoot the missile!
He was in a movie in 1990
Goose.
He was in a movie in 1990 called Firebirds, where he played a helicopter pilot, and people hated it because they thought it was trying to be the next Top Gun.
Firebirds are cars. Or birds on fire.
Well, a top water pistol. I don't know.
I like Top Water Pistol.
I
I would have to say
raising,
Wild.
raising Arizona. For me.
That one's hard not to say too. But I mean, come on, David Lynch. Wild at Heart.
I know.
I gotta.
Hey, what was that movie where he could like see second into the future or something?
I think that was Knowing. Jay's
Yeah.
off guest.
Which
off
I've never even seen it.
It's
Oh, really?
Still, I
it's
know.
bad.
I know.
To the
that's
bone.
why I haven't.
Such a good
to
movie.
the bone. That's why I haven't seen it.
5,000.
It's from his mid-career period where he again had gone into massive debt, and he did 40 movies in a row, back to back, to try and get himself out of the hole.
Pretty cool.
He maintains to this day, these are like the movies that people are like, oh, Nicolas Cage has lost it, he'll do anything, because they're all like VOD things. But he maintains in interviews that he never phoned in a single performance, and I am very inclined to believe him.
I believe that.
That he never what?
He never phoned in a single performance. He says he cared every time. And I believe that absolutely. Because I've watched some of them. And he is so watchable no matter what.
It's this whole thing. It's this whole shtick.
I love the work ethic.
Yeah.
He didn't sit on his butt. They're like, you got to do 40 movies. He's like, fine. Okay, fine.
Fine.
Okay.
And some people would have like gone and gotten a factory job. But his factory is movies.
Or
And he showed up every day.
left the country when you owe millions.
Well, I think he owed them all over the place.
You owe him 40 million. Well, this factory over here,
Movie factory.
$15 an hour. No, yeah. Living wage and all that.
Well, he got a per diem when he was working on those movies. That's like another way to save money. Too.
Yeah, and what they don't tell you about those per diems, you can bring your own lunch. And you put that right in your
Brown
pocket.
bag it in pocket.
You don't even have to spend
Nicolas
money
Cage
on lunch.
brown bagging.
If you're good, you can eat berries next to set.
Sure, most of them aren't poisonous.
A lot of times there's fruit trees. They're usually real. Not always. But plastic isn't too bad.
Hey, I found these berries over there. Don't tell anybody.
Are you high? You can't eat those.
Well, the berries made me high, so I need to eat the opposite color berries to come back down.
Okay.
That's a line from Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans. He walks into a room, and I forget who he's talking to, but he's like, hey, do you have any coke from the evidence locker? I accidentally took some heroin, and I need to get evened out before my shit.
I need to see that one.
It's a great movie. He becomes this like crickety fucking drugged out
Politician.
Just politician, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. He gives up working for the force to go to Washington.
Politics.
It's very inspiring.
Yeah. I've heard.
So, I mean, I guess to talk about the world and Nicolas Cage is to say that people think he's a joke.
Which is great if you do comedies.
Yeah, but they think he's like a joke as a person.
It's just not true.
It's not. I think he's a goddamn fantastic actor. He truly brings
There's no
more
need to
than
curse.
what's needed. I think he's a fantastic gosh darn actor.
Thank you.
And he's fucking great.
Whoa.
Who?
Well, you know what? I agree.
American actor Nicolas Cage.
Oh, right.
Nicholas Kim Coppola.
Oh,
Oh,
Kupala. Yeah, you
Yeah.
should have said that in the first
Yeah.
place, Golden.
Great guy.
Sorry, Daddy Doctor.
You know, my mother's side of the family came from Italy. Her mom did. And, it's Tomasulo and De Rosa. And I bet you if you follow that tree, given the similarities, we're going to be, you know, we're going to be brothers. We're going to be...
Fifth or sixth cousins or something like that.
Yeah. Familia. You know, it's cooking in the kitchen together and having red wine and grapes.
Right.
Making memories.
I believe that happened.
I love you, Nick Cage.
I love you too.
Hopefully, I mean, this is his episode. Hopefully he's watching. I mean, I'd like to think that
Yeah.
he is.
I
He
think
hacked it's live. He hacked us.
What?
yeah. And
Right through the back door.
He's rich, you know.
Nick, I do love you. And I love you with zero irony.
And so does the world, regardless of this stupid myth that you're some kind of joke. You're not.
No, the people who think that they're the joke.
They're the joke.
I don't care how many seconds into the future you can see. You're only going to see that I love you no matter what, you know, like in
That's
the future, in the past, okay?
Spot on.
Nicky Kim Coppola made his film debut in 1982's Fast Times at Ridgemont High, where he played an unnamed friend of the Judge Reinhold character. He auditioned for Judge Reinhold's part, but the studio felt that his performance was too dark. And what does that tell you?
The studio doesn't know what the fuck they're doing.
No, I mean, so, okay, I'm Nick Cage, Coppola, and I'm getting told no. I'm getting told no to something I just put my heart and soul. You know what happens? Those
You work harder.
David Lynch film. And now you can be a psychopath and everything your ex-wife said you weren't, and use it to your benefit and advantage.
And he has had many. Currently on his 5th marriage.
Wow.
Yeah.
We call that a...
But
They
yeah,
all died.
it's
They were divorced. They all died. No.
They all were going towards making the haunted house more haunted.
He still wears the engagement rings of all of them. Looks like a Super Bowl champ.
It's like Tom Brady, but with flaws.
And is
are they all
Nicolas
dead?
Cage the Tom Brady of acting?
Ooh.
I don't know enough about sports to say.
No, because I bet you if you checked, his balls aren't deflated.
Whoa.
Oh!
After that many divorces, I don't know.
I'm gonna give it a Russ Polding for that one.
But yeah, he was bringing too much to it for this screwball boner comedy.
Impossible.
Fast Times at Ridgemont.
Those are harsh adjectives.
I don't say screwball or boner as negatives.
Just don't say up your nose with a rubber hose.
Around the
no,
corner.
no. Listen.
No.
But
Family podcast.
as we all know, he eventually will make it,
This is a family podcast. Thank God someone finally said it. Sorry.
it's for fucking families.
Hey, get your fucking family around the computer. Look, watch us.
I hope no one
Fucking
ever
watch us.
takes that statement literally. People
Rated
that
G.
don't know the language well, watching the captions.
Fucking watch us.
New catchphrase.
Mi familia.
Mi familia.
After a much more successful period of time where he's beginning to become much more famous, Moonstruck being his first Golden Globe nominated.
It's got your name in it, man.
I got that word right.
Obviously.
He does work with David Lynch, star of Metaphiles podcast. David
Big
Lynch.
acolyte.
Yep. And Lynch said of him, and this just to juxtapose with the studio that said he was too dark. David Lynch, who called him Nixter. Nixter. He said this about Nicolas Cage. I think he's struggling for magical things. I call him the jazz musician of actors. He's looking for complicated notes in his acting. And if you don't channel him or ride herd on him, it could become frightening music. So that's what the Fast Times at Ridgemont High studio didn't realize, is you gotta ride herd.
You gotta ride herd.
You gotta ride herd on Cage.
Yeah, my uncle, studio exec, he says the first thing they tell you when you come to studio exec school, you gotta ride herd.
Gotta ride herd.
Yeah.
You take that as far as you want, boy. Ride 10 steeds, 12 ducks, I don't care, do some acid and imagine you're riding a plane. The point is, you got to ride herd in the studio when you're acting.
Whole damn 12 days of Christmas. Ride all of it.
I know you can't short any day, my kids will know.
You think Paul Thomas Anderson got Daniel Day-Lewis to be that good in There Will Be Blood without riding herd?
Not around these parts.
You ain't never going to make it through this class. Look to your left. Look to your right. One of the people you just looked at don't know how to ride herd.
How do we end up here? Where are we?
Yeah, hey, so your actress did a great job, but we just wanted to communicate from the studio. She didn't ride herd. Like, what does that mean?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
No,
It's
go
such
with
a...
the flow. Sounds like go with the flow to me.
I get the image of Apollo 13 when he's sitting on the rock and he's like, sorry, I just wanted to feel the power between my legs. That's riding herd. You're sitting on a nuke, you're there. I mean, one thing goes wrong, everything is gone. That's
That's what
riding
it
herd.
is. That's what riding herd is.
Sm-
Ride herd. Hee-haw.
Or did he mean like the ride had to be loud? Like your approach has to be loud. And he's like, hey, ride herd.
Oh, like a restaurant.
He's
talk.
like herd.
I don't think so.
Herd.
I cannot imagine David Lynch
Were
working
you
in a
there?
restaurant.
Oh. I mean, maybe I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did growing up.
Specials are the onion rings. Okay.
How else would you get
everything good?
How else would you get such crazy ideas if you don't work at a restaurant in the kitchen and get life lessons?
Yeah.
I went through a dishwasher one time. That was rough. My buddy thought it'd be funny to turn the heat on as I'm midway through. And it's one of the 3-stage, you can fit a full body in it.
That's diabolical.
And what we did is we covered ourselves in Glad trash bags, poked our heads through, and we put ourselves on the dish carts. And I ran him through first and thought it was hysterical. And so then it was my turn. And as I'm getting to the rinse face, he flips the heat on. Well, those things get to 180 degrees. And I'm like just getting roasted alive inside the dishwasher. And I start banging on this. I'm like, shut it off. He finally did.
I'm dying.
And then I blacked out after that. My bail wasn't much.
Was any of that true?
Everything except the blackout.
I would be surprised if you
Is
did.
that friend now in jail for murder? Because he seems like a...
Attempted murder.
I'm not dead
No, I'm
That's
saying...
all the way yet.
I'm saying that's the makings of a serial killer to me.
No, he became an Army Ranger.
Wow, so...
The karmic effect of the story, I suppose, would be one day we also got the floor very soapy wet. And we ran, and it was about 50 feet of soapy wet kitchen floor. And we would just stop and slide all the way. Well, one day, I did it first, totally fine, and you end up pushing the door open to the bathrooms. Like, you just keep, and that would slow you down. Mm-hmm. He did it, and for some reason, this doesn't make any sense to me still, because I did it right before him. There was a huge-ass dry spot right in front, like about 10 feet before the door that he hit. And he was flying, he hits it, and he did a front flip, landed on his back, slid into the door, and like halfway into the bathrooms, and it was funny. He was laughing, and I was laughing.
And then, did he fart?
I don't know. I just remember thinking, like, do wheelchairs really cost that much to make? No, he was totally fine. He became a jumper.
I'm Daddy Doctor Pratastrophe. Welcome to Jackass.
This is your hometown favorite, Daddy Doctor. And I'm just going to say we'll be right back. Don't worry, you're listening to Metaphiles. Hello, this is your favorite Daddy Doctor Pratastrophe saying thanks again for joining us back from our break here at Metaphiles Podcast, the only podcast that talks to you. With me today are our hosts, Just Fine and Golden, both states of being, states of mind. Don't ever change, and you'll have a good time. Thanks so much for having me on the show today.
Thank you, Daddy Doctor. And this, of course, is the third segment where we talk politics. And what do we... No, this, of course, is the period in the show at which we come to the question... Why Nicolas Cage?
Why Nicolas Cage?
Or why not?
We've talked about the what, the where, the how.
The whom.
All that shit.
Yeah. And now, why? Why Nicolas Cage?
Well, because...
Did we talk about the where, Nicolas Cage?
Yeah, Palm Beach.
Okay.
Oh, Long Beach.
Good enough.
that really is why Nicolas Cage, because Mr. Coppola and Mrs.
Coppola.
Sorry. Well,
Mouth breathing degenerates.
But of course, there's more to it than that.
nature versus nurture, you know? What's to blame for Nicolas Cage?
I can see the correlations between that and inflation, for sure.
Yeah.
And global warming.
Yeah, and we're going to get into all this.
Theater spinning those movies so much. And all the heat from that film is melting the icebergs.
Stop the movies!
Is this too political?
Yep.
Guys, why?
Why? Why Nicolas Cage? Why not Brad Pitt?
For date night?
Yes.
Like, hall pass or watching movies?
For my insurance
For
salesman?
watching movies.
Because I like to think both. When you stand before God and he's like, you have this much time, or whatever happens when you die.
Saint.
You have this much time. I just called you a 10-minute warning.
St. Peter asks you your shoe size.
No, like,
right.
why, you know, with all that time on Earth, what movie did you watch? What movies did you watch? And
And this is going to determine whether you get in or
you've
not.
got to say,
You're facing hell for eternity.
this is a responsible.
You're facing.
Don't say
off.
any Marvel movies. Don't say any
This
Marvel
is not a
movies.
joke. You
It's
can't
tip.
put a value on time, and heaven knows that. And they're going to look at the purity of your heart, and they're going to say, hey, this guy chose slick Nick Cage.
And his slick trick picks.
Right.
Yeah.
Over dipshit Pitt. And that's... that's
Shit Pitt.
and that's...
Yes.
The Rust Ball Day.
That
I
is the noise
second
St. Peter will make. The gates will open.
You're like,
And into movie salvation you will enter.
I truly think that,
I'm
like,
on drugs. I'm not dead. I'm on drugs.
if I were the guy who gets to yes or no somebody getting into heaven, I am going to ask him, do you get that Nicolas Cage is great, or do you think he's a meme? And if they say meme,
Crank the lever.
crank
No.
it.
I don't... Well, so I'm missing... What did you say? What do you meme if they say meme? What does meme mean?
What does meme mean?
What does meme mean to me?
What does meme mean to meme?
What's the theme?
That's the future we live in, is that sentence can make sense. What does meme mean to me?
What does
Excuse me?
meme mean to me?
Why Nicolas Cage?
Why Nicolas Cage? It's
And
because
why not dipshit Pitt?
it's because nobody does it like Cage.
That's right.
I don't want to watch
Yeah.
movies about casinos. I'm not here to gamble and waste someone else's money and my time.
Well, but what if it was a movie about a casino where a snake was really good at casinos?
Only if they're on a plane. Like, I need a flying casino with snakes on it.
A flying casino.
I am sick of
Completely
these snakes on this plane.
Apart from any laws internationally, anything goes on this plane. And when you bet, sometimes hand grenades pour out. Sometimes the pins are pulled. You got to know what's landing on the slots. So, just something the old pops told me.
There might be grenades.
There might be hand grenades in the slot machine, son. And that's why I'm not a gambler.
I wouldn't be.
Figurative grenades.
I had this
you know.
uncle.
Well, I had this uncle.
That's exactly.
Just every 500th time that somebody pulls that lever, their hand just gets blown right off.
That's a gamble.
That's a big
That's
one.
high stakes.
The reason why Nicolas Cage is because nobody does it like Cage.
No.
You are never gonna watch a Nicolas Cage movie and not go,
Who is that guy?
yeah.
Yeah. You know
Full
who it
mass.
is.
And beyond that, it's like when you're watching any movie that he's in, he's gonna do a thing where you're like, nobody told him to do that. He decided to do that all on his own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every movie.
Why would you do that with a watermelon? Such good acting.
Such good acting.
Such good acting.
Not since Gallagher has there been such good watermelon acting.
What does
Watermelon
meme
acting.
mean to me?
What does meme
What
mean?
does meme mean to me?
Here's the theme. What does meme mean to me?
To me, it means
Can we get a beat? Just in post.
Which of the three of us is the best beatboxer? Not me.
Definitely me.
Definitely.
Jason does a solid boom cat.
Can we hear a little bit?
I'll go back. Let's do a beatboxing competition between Just Fine and Daddy Doctor.
Daddy Doctor? Let's do it. Let's do it.
What's the stakes?
Whoever loses the beatbox competition has to watch whatever is the lowest rated Nicolas Cage movie on IMDb and report back.
Okay.
Okay, that sounds like too much torture.
I mean,
well,
but the worst.
I meant of a good thing. I meant too much of a good thing.
That is what you meant.
Too much of a good
I honestly would probably think it's amazing. I'd probably laugh or cry.
It'll have Nicolas Cage in it, so you're getting that.
I'll do both. I'll laugh and cry.
Yeah.
Laugh now, cry later. Like
you'll
Drake says.
feel things.
Ooh, like it.
You'll feel things.
Zach
One more time, Nick.
You'll feel things.
is gone. We only have Nick. Golden Nick. The Golden Nick.
Quit stalling, brother.
Yeah. You each get 2 bars and then a 1 bar rebuttal.
Okay.
Okay? Do we need to like flip a coin to decide who starts, or are we going to be gentlemen about this?
Let's saber rock scissors.
Okay. I mean, it's still free.
Okay, right? 1, 2, 3, shoot. Go first.
Scissors cuts paper. The beatbox competition. Round 1 will begin with Just Fine.
Word. Nice, mate.
The microphone turns to Daddy Doctor.
I'm the only Australian beatboxer.
Uh-oh.
Ice, ice, baby, baby.
We now begin the 1 bar rebuttal. The judges would encourage Just Fine to approach with more confidence. The judges would advise Daddy Doctor stick to original beats. Round 1 rebuttal. Solid entries both. It's very difficult. I think on a score of technique and feeling and the third category, overall style. Highest marks for feeling go to Just Fine. Highest marks for technique go to Daddy Doctor. Highest marks for overall style go to Daddy Doctor.
Yes! Yes, okay. This is great. I'd like to thank my mother and father at beatboxing. A dishwasher that was broken taught me everything I know.
This means that Just Fine, you must now watch whatever is the lowest rated Nicolas Cage film.
That was the only reason I was happy.
And report back.
Oh, shit.
Hey, you got this, bud. You've done worse. You watched the first Spider-Man.
He did. He
Hey,
watched it.
no, I'll accept that
No,
as a
I'm kidding.
derogatory statement.
I'm kidding. Your soul probably went through levels of cleansing when you watched that movie. You got to get spiritual, bro. Get into the MCU. It's the next Bible.
Well, I'll see you in hell.
Nicolas Cage refers to comic books as modern mythology, so he would agree with you.
These are true stories. Somewhere in the multiverse, anything you write in the probability of infinity.
Somewhere in the multiverse, there's a Just Fine that likes comic books. And I'm going to learn how to travel the multiverse so I can find him.
I'm going to become the one like Jet Li and become the most powerful out of all the universes just to destroy.
Just destroy the ones that like comic books. That's fine.
And there's still going to be Papa Roach in the movie and other new metal songs.
Yeah, it'll be great content for the podcast, so I support it.
Wow, what a quality villain backstory.
Thank you.
Why do you hate comic books so much? These are people helping people escape without the need for a needle in their arms. Would you rather have everyone...
Do you hate comic books so much because you love drugs so much?
You don't like seeing people happy unless they're calling their dealer every day, robbing their grandparents, just trying to get the next, bump or whatever.
Whatever.
And you know what? I had a revelation today. Somewhere out there's a therapist named Jack Daniels. A Dr. Jack Daniels. Whose only therapist is a bottle of Jack Daniels. And I like to skip the middleman. So, when it comes to... you hate comic books? Maybe your therapist is where the therapist looks for therapy. And we all know that if you double down on therapy, you're going to end up unaware, you see, that your fate has been written.
Who cuts the barber's hair?
On a crystal sea of meth.
Why Nicolas Cage?
Why Nicolas Cage?
Why Nicolas Cage?
Let's get to why Nicolas Cage says Nicolas Cage. Huh?
He believes in himself. He looks in the mirror and he's like, you're worth it. God didn't waste any time on you.
Nicolas Cage has been a lifelong fan of German expressionist cinema.
Right.
Surrealism. Also, his mother...
Nothing modern.
His mother, Joy Vogelsang, developed...
Is she an alien?
Joy Vogelsang.
She developed schizophrenia.
Oh, God, I feel bad about that.
It's all right. It's a comedy podcast.
Let's keep it light.
And Nicolas Cage said he would watch her in the depths of delusion, and he always was able to see it as interesting, even though he also saw it as terrible and frightening. He's a man who absorbs the strange.
He doesn't have an
ego. The otherworldly.
He doesn't have an ego. He's willing to learn. He's willing to observe. He's willing to not judge. He's willing to meet people where they're at. And that's why he doesn't give a shit about what anyone says. He's just going to do it.
He was described by multiple directors that worked with him as the most earnest person they think they've ever met. They say that there is no irony to Nicolas Cage. He believes in what he's doing at all times. And what he brings to his roles is all of those things. He describes his style as a mix of German expressionism and Western kabuki. He is broad. He paints broad strokes. When he was told by an interviewer that some people refer to him as over the top, he said, well, those people need to tell me what the top is.
Ooh. Hey, Rust Bowl for Nick. Across
just everything about it.
Nicolas Cage does not sit still. He does not wade through a performance. He throws himself at it. He's larger than life.
It's an especially beautiful thing in this cynical fucking world we live in today. It's a cynical fucking world.
Yes.
Nicolas Cage doesn't need any of that shit.
He's not cynical.
He's God's gift to mankind.
He is so not cynical that when he won his Oscar, he said, it's not very hip to say it, but I love acting. That's Nicolas Cage.
He'd make a good president.
He would. I'd vote for him. I mean, he's not great with money.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, like any president is?
Hey.
Have you seen the debt numbers?
Whoa.
I didn't mean to get all political.
I didn't mean to get all political.
In here, right, about your Boston Tea Parties and your segregations.
Well, Metaphiles has not officially landed on our thoughts about the Boston Tea Party yet, so let's just not.
You're probably going to Yeah. Neither have I.
Yeah. There's a lot to get through there.
I feel like we hear enough about that kind of stuff that all these other unspoken topics need addressing. Like the
Helicopters.
where Nick Cage, the
Ziploc
who
bags.
Nick Cage, the are you Nick Cage? And another life, another time.
Yeah.
Walking about life, wondering if you're going to go to the top that people can't define, or if they're ever going to make a Ghost Rider 2 where you really kick some ass. 3. Sorry, 3.
Yeah, I was going to say, excuse me, because they already did, and it did kick ass. Ghost Rider 2, seriously, underrated.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna quote my brother real quick, talking about the film Mandy. He said there's two Nicolas Cages. There is the calm, thoughtful Nicolas Cage performance, and there is the insane whirlwind Nicolas Cage performance. And in the film Mandy, for anybody who's never seen it, you get to watch him wolfman between those two. There's a scene where he's in a bathroom slugging vodka, and you watch Nicolas Cage transform himself, the likes of which Lon Chaney could never achieve.
He's good.
He's
Wolfman.
great.
And the right roles, and the problem with movies today in Hollywood is dialogue. It's always dialogue. It's always,
Yeah.
so in the
We don't get such fine lines as Dr. Walsh, I was enjoying some of your groovy painkillers. We don't get dialogue like that anymore.
I want to say this on the record. Anyone that's willing to take care of and care after someone with a mental issue like schizophrenia, which can be so stretching for a person.
And he did. That was also a lot of his money came from the fact that he financially supported her for.
I
Or he's like, oh, these movies are so shitty. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, and turns out the guy's an angel, right? And that's the thing. It's like a heart that big and that earnest, and everyone says that about him. I mean,
He is widely known as one of the most philanthropic actors in all of Hollywood. He has donated so much money to charity.
he's the original Keanu Reeves. He's the OG Keanu.
Yeah.
And again, it's a cynical fucking world. He doesn't get the due he's got coming.
Mm-hmm.
The due he's owed.
Well, now he will. People will
Hopefully.
Well,
listen to this podcast, and
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
You're
and
welcome.
minds are changed.
On the chapter titles of his Wikipedia
Yep.
is like 1980 something to something beginnings. Then the next segment, breakthrough. Next segment, mainstream success, action films. Next segment, video on demand. Final segment, 2020 through ? Career resurgence. People are getting it again, like they got it before, and
He's
before
young.
that.
He's still got, I mean, by Nick Cage standards, he's got 300 films left in him.
That's just in 6 months. I think. I know there was talks of Keanu Reeves playing the Silver Surfer. But if Nick Cage did it, I would. My God, would I love that?
Okay. The last thing that we do about a topic on the show is we determine, does it belong in the trap drawer, which is a place that no thing wants to go,
Bad things.
or
In the trap drawer.
does it belong in the middle, or does it belong all the way up on the pinewood lanes of the heavenly bowling alley above? And that is the highest achievement that a thing can receive.
One love.
In order for something to be trap drawer, all 3 keys, the host keys and the guest key, must be turned.
Can we talk about Zelda?
Kind of. More like launching an
We all have to agree at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So, Nicolas Cage
I'm the only one that has the code.
has never been in the trap drawer. Yeah, you're the one who has it.
So I am the guest, and I'm also a doctor. And
Daddy Doctor.
I've shown you pictures. Also a daddy. Yeah,
I didn't
thank
like those pictures.
We know what the answer is going to be. None of us is going to put Nick Cage in
No,
the trap.
of course not. But
Yeah.
I'm going to say it.
Hmm.
I'm sending Nicolas Cage straight up to the Pine Woods when he
Oh,
many years from now.
Easily.
I think he's one of the finest actors of any generation.
Streets of Pine.
Streets of Pine. He deserves it.
Walls of Cedar.
I'm gonna tell one last story about what a good guy Nicolas Cage is.
Sure.
He was originally cast to be the star of the film The Wrestler. He stepped aside.
That would have been crazy.
It would have been great.
Yeah.
He stepped aside so that his old pal from the film Rumblefish, Mickey Rourke, could have the part because he knew that's what the director really wanted, and he wanted his old pal Mickey Rourke to have a chance at it. And Mickey Rourke won an Oscar for that.
Yeah, great actor.
And Nicolas Cage didn't give a shit because he's going to get the next one. And he's going to win every Oscar from here on out if I have anything
Does
to
they
say
have any
about it.
Oscars?
He has one for the film.
Face Off, Con Air,
Incorrect.
City of Angels,
Incorrect.
Leaving Las Vegas.
Correct.
National Treasure 2.
Book of Secrets.
Knowing? No.
Leaving Las Vegas. Best actor.
His best movie, in my opinion.
At the time of press, Nicolas Cage's most recent movie, which is called what?
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Yes. Is a film in which he is attempting to he's playing himself, he's attempting to land a role with Quentin Tarantino.
Well, the whole movie was about Nicolas Cage and, like, it was using that whole thing. Him as a meme. What does a meme mean to me? It was just, like, using that, but it worked because Nicolas Cage.
He is fearless.
He's fearless. He's
They
done
knew
everything.
it would make it work because it's him.
He's been a
And it did
romantic
work.
lead. He's been an action star. He's been a comedic lead.
Thriller, suspense,
Ghost Rider.
documentary.
Sure.
This is a part of the sign off that I say.
Wait. No, just one last thing.
If I hear Ghost Rider one more time.
So, Nicolas Cage genuinely has wanted to work with Quentin Tarantino forever. Is yet to happen. But here's what Quentin Tarantino said about Nicolas Cage.
He'll kill that bill sometime.
Absolutely. And he will kill it. Here's what Quentin Tarantino said about Nicolas Cage. Long before this movie even came out. He said, "I don't think I've ever seen another actor in the history of film that made a career out of being miscast and rising to the occasion."
That's great.
Yeah,
That's so true.
that is a holistic statement. That is a great. That better be on a tombstone somewhere. Maybe on mine.
You just steal that for yourself.
If he doesn't want it, I'll take it.
The old quote.
I don't think I've ever
Pratt.
seen another Daddy Doctor in the history of podcasts.
And none of us would even say otherwise. He would say that's fine. If that is that man's dying wish, yeah, take the quote. We all know how much of a savior icon of holiness.
A
Nick
true
Cage
icon.
is.
And one day when he dies and is entombed within his white marble pyramid in Louisiana
We better.
that says everything from one. When that happens on that horrible day,
He better be the first one cloned.
he will be the first one cloned, and he will rise up to the pinewood lanes of heaven,
What's Zarya?
Looking down on his clones.
looking down on his clones, who we will enjoy for years
The
to
Earth
come.
is not ready for the 6,000 movies to come out in the next 2 months. The Nick Cage clone army.
But we here at Metaphiles
Well-
can't wait to watch all 6,000, starting with the lowest rated one.
Yeah, it's like, what if there's an AI that forced you to watch Nick Cage movies?
He won it because you'd get so much heart and sincerity of well-being and just your karma cleansed.
I like the idea of an AI that makes you watch things. That's its goal.
You
Right.
must watch.
Yeah, like maybe skateboard tricks.
The AI makes you watch it do skateboard tricks.
Yeah.
Is it good at them?
It's still learning.
It's learning how to skateboard.
Wait, what's its end goal here? To just get likes? Just get digital likes?
To get good at skateboarding.
It just wants all of humanity to watch it do an ollie.
So
And
it's
not good at skateboarding.
so it's going like, wait, hold on. Hang on. Wait. Watch. Wait.
Watch this.
No, wait. Hang on.
I'm imagining a
Hang
dome.
on.
Everyone's strapped into the dome.
I got it this
They've
time.
got an IV.
Yeah, this is your life.
And then if God forbid you pass out, you get hit with epinephrine. You're just
They give you 15 minutes.
eyes wide shut.
So you can
style.
really pay attention to the next set of ollies.
And just in case you're not watching, little robots open your eyes, and these binoculars come straight to the scene of the crime, so to speak.
After 15 minutes, they sound an alarm.
It's Ollie time. Ollie time.
Watch
Please
this.
wake up. Watch me, Ollie.
Watch this. Wait, let me do it again.
It messes up.
I need to sleep. 15 minutes later. Ollie time.
Somebody
Wait.
kill me.
Hold on. I'm gonna get it this time.
6 years later.
That was close. Did you see that?
Hold on.
Oh my god, I'm gonna pass out. Watch this.
I'm pretty sure after
Ollie time.
after the first month, I'd say 2 weeks, it's just straight screaming. Everyone loses hope and just screams when they're awake.
But eventually you come around and you're like, I do want to just see it do the ollie. I mean, I do like ollies.
No, and
No, while they're screaming, the AI thinks that it's cheering.
Yes, that for them.
and
Is,
it does enough.
Thank you so much.
And this is how twisted this universe of AI is that
it may not be hip to say it, but I love doing ollies.
all the screaming is interpreted as cheering, and it lands the ollie. We're like 2 months in, it lands the ollie.
Yeah.
Holy shit, did you guys see that?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, I'll do it again. And that's
Wait,
enough.
hold on.
And that's enough for everyone to stop screaming for a second, and the process starts over. You're like, holy shit, he did it. What happens now?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Ollie time again.
All remaining hope that they didn't know they still had is gone.
Yeah. And who can save us from this fate? There's only one man.
Ghost Rider.
And this is the part of the sign off that I say.
This is Daddy Doctor Pratastrophe saying thank you for having me as a guest, mates.
Yeah.
Cheers.
No, it's Nicolas Cage that saves us from the Ollie AI. It's Nicolas Cage.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. Now my dreams make sense.
Hey, this is Zach Caffrey,
This is Jason Ford.
and we're the hosts of Metaphiles, the podcast that you just finished watching and technically are still watching. And while you're here, if you could, just go ahead and like this episode, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and leave a comment if you're so inclined. Maybe the comment could be about, and then it'll say whatever the topic was that week. So that.
Metaphiles.